Hello, very warm welcome. Hungary race reaction. Mercedes gamble pays off. Max loses the race. Mercedes gambled, they had nothing to lose. It paid off. Hamilton hunts down Max, wins the race. Max second. It wasn't, well, we didn't expect it, did we? We've had 3-4 world-class races. Austria, Hockenheim, Silverstone. We didn't expect one at Hungary. It was a standard race, really. If it wasn't for Max and Lewis, it would have been a shocking race, really, because Max and Lewis, I'm so thankful we got to see that battle. That is a battle we need to see every single week. Them two are the best drivers on the grid by a country mile. Max, he's been struggling with his starts. He gets a good start. Hamilton, huge nuts, goes round the outside of his teammate, and then Charles Leclerc thought he was past Bottas, swerves into Bottas, breaks his front wing. I think Hamilton, Bottas touched as well. Bottas has wing damage, he pits. Lap 12. Now lap 12, you know it's like 2 races. McLaren 30 seconds behind already after 12 laps. Leclerc escapes a penalty. For me, he should have got a penalty. He thought he was past Bottas and then just like swiped into him. So yeah, for me, he should have got a penalty for that, Leclerc. Toro Rosso, big battle, side by side. Max pits on lap 25. Max keeps the lead after the stops. Hamilton was 5 seconds behind. He did his pit stop, came out, 5 seconds behind, closed it up, and then it was just Hamilton v Max. It was epic. I could watch that all day, every day. Max v Lewis, epic. And then he had a great run up into turn 4, tried to go around the outside, went off. Max kept the lead, and then Hamilton, he's in second, he's probably going to finish second. He gambles, he comes in, does a pit stop. They should have been on the radio to Max. Max, push hard now. Hamilton's pitted, we're coming in the end of the lap. It got under 20 seconds, Red Bull had to stay out, because if they'd have pitted, Max would have come out in second. And then Hamilton basically doing quali laps and manages to pass him. Easy overtake in the end because Max is on hard tyres, worn tyres, Hamilton's on fresh tyres. Max going to the end, Hamilton's on fresh tyres, Romain Grosjean retires. Magnussen having a battle with Ricciardo. Magnussen weaves on Ricciardo, typical Kevin Magnussen, but of course the stewards don't look at it, so he'll keep doing it, because in his opinion he's not doing anything wrong. Lewis then passes Max for the win, and Vettel passes Leclerc, and Ferrari 1 minute behind Lewis and Max. Ferrari nowhere. Yes, they're on the podium, but they're nowhere. Race rating, I'll give it 5. Standard 5. Max and Lewis was epic, but the rest of the race was not that great, to be honest. My driver star, Max and Carlos Sainz. Fastest lap, Max. Once Lewis got past Max, Max came in, free pit stop. Ferrari's at miles behind. Comes in, does the fastest lap. Hungary race reaction. Lewis v Max, epic. Carlos Sainz is just driving world class. And Ferrari, horror show. How can they be a minute off? So, Lewis, number 1, he wins. I feel kinda sorry for Max. He's had a perfect weekend, but they just didn't get their strategy right when Mercedes did. The Mercedes strategy won Hamilton the race. Max, P2, perfect weekend, pole position, led every single lap, just didn't come in. He needed to set a really quick lap, come in, and he would have kept the lead. But it got under 20 seconds, so they couldn't come in. P3, Vettel, passed Leclerc late on. Ferrari nowhere. Leclerc 4th, lucky to get away without a penalty. Carlos Sainz, he's just been superb. 5th at Hockenheim, 5th at Hungary. Arguably driver of the season along with Max. Gasly P6, his teammates on pole, his teammates leading the race. Gasly 6th, finishes behind a McLaren. Can't believe Red Bull haven't pulled the trigger. Kimi Räikkönen 7th, he's consistent. Again, we hardly see him on TV. Bottas P8, his race was ruined on lap 1. Did Hamilton and Bottas touch? Hamilton go round the outside. I think they touch, and then Leclerc swipes him. His race was done after lap 1. Had to change that wing. Had to fight back. Lando Norris P9 had a poor pit stop. That will have cost him a few places. Alexander Albon 10th, I think he's under investigation with Perez. Perez is 11th. Renault very poor, Hulkenberg's 12th. Kevin Magnussen 13th with some dangerous driving, as usual with Kevin Magnussen, but in his opinion he's doing nothing wrong. Ricciardo wasn't happy, he's had a shocking weekend. 18th in qualifying, 14th in the race, trying to pass Magnussen. Wasn't happy with Magnussen's defending, but then half the F1 drivers are never happy with Magnussen's defending. Kvyat on the podium at Hockenheim, back to reality, he's 15th. Now, arguably the star of the weekend along with Max. Russell qualifies 16th, finishes 16th. He beats both Racing Points and a Renault in qualifying. He beats a Racing Point and a Alpha in the race. Sensational by Russell. He's only 16th, but in that Williams car to be 16th, it's a worldie. So yeah, I'll give my star to Russell, Sainz and Max actually. I forgot about Russell. 17th, Lance Stroll. 4th at Hockenheim, back to reality. Giovinazzi, that's a shocker. 18th for Giovinazzi when Kimi's 7th. Wow. And last but not least, Kubica. A lot of support for him this weekend, but Russell really has taken him to school with a great qualifying and a great race. So yeah, Mercedes gamble pays off. Max should have won the race if he did. Red Bull, they just weren't quick enough to react. When Hamilton pitted, they should have been. Hamilton's in, he's putting fresh tyres on. Push hard now, Max, we're boxing the end of this lap. He would have kept his lead. It was a great fight. That's what we want to see. They're my two favourite drivers. I'm a Hamilton fan. I'm elated he's won, but just to see that battle going up to turn 4, Hamilton's in a tow. He tries to go around the outside in turn 4. Hamilton's off the track. Max keeps the lead. He's just a sensational Dutchman. I'm buzzing. Hamilton wins, extends his championship lead. Bottas is nowhere. His race is done. And Max, he's 3rd in the championship. He's driving superb. Driver of the season, pole position. The last 4 races have been incredible. He's leading both Ferraris in the championship. He's only like 8-7 points behind Bottas for 2nd in the championship. Oh, imagine if he was in that Mercedes with Hamilton. Incredible. It was a good race, but we wasn't expecting a worldie like Hockenheim. If it wasn't for Max and Lewis, it would have really been a terrible race. Ferrari a minute behind, Max and Lewis lapping everyone in a class of 1. I don't think anyone can doubt them two are the best drivers in F1 currently. 81st win for Lewis Hamilton. He's 10 off the 7-time champion of the world. He will break that next season. He'll have all-time pole holder, all-time race wins. He'll have his 6th championship. This guy is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Them quali laps, superb. Drilling. He questioned the strategy. It paid off. Lewis, it's James. And it paid off. Max was sensational. That is qualifying reaction done. Race reaction done. Again, I have comments on the video. These are reaction videos. I've done it for years. We have qualifying reaction, race reaction, driver ratings. It's simple. It happens every week. And I do the same. Nothing's changing. There will be no footage shown here. As it says in the title, reaction. If you want to see the footage, go to F1 YouTube channel, you will see the footage. So yeah, just to cover that one, that is qualifying reaction done, race reaction done. We're back on the laptop. I think the laptop is better quality, I feel. Yeah, so qualifying reaction, race reaction. Look out for driver ratings for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Great attendance, I have to say. For me, personally, it's not one of my favourite tracks. I'm not a fan of the track, to be honest, but not a bad race to say it's Hungary. Thanks for watching. Leave your comments down below. Mercedes gamble on strategy pays off. Max never put a foot wrong, but ran out of tyres, did the Dutchman. Thanks for watching. Comment down below. We'll always reply. Adios.